Well, good afternoon and welcome back to MWK, Miska's World Kitchen. Today I thought I'd go right back to close to the beginning and cook a fantastic dish from Vietnam. It is a spatchcock with a Mandarin marinade baked in the oven. So it's a little bit different from most traditional Southeast Asian cooking in that it's a long and slow bake. So what I've got ready to go is I've bought two of these beautiful plump spatchcocks. So you can do it with chicken, chicken Maryland, small chicken pieces, but the spatchcocks are really very delicate and they really lend themselves well to this kind of braising in a citrus liquid. So I've already started the cooking process. I am sauteing some onions. As you know, I use shallot onions in Asian cooking for the sweetness, a dash of pepper and 3 cloves of chopped garlic. Over here, I'm going to heat up and start the marinade, which is first of all, fresh orange juice, about 500 ml of fresh orange juice with the pulp, 500, and I've got just a can of coconut water here, and this is again 500 ml. So that's going in. Now this is going to boil. I'm going to add some aromatics and some chili and some other nice ingredients, and this will boil up and start to reduce. And then we'll put that in the oven, marinate our chicken, put that in the oven. So this is going to have some citrus elements. So it's got some mandarin segments here, just one mandarin segmented, a couple of pieces of pomelo, and the rest I'll use for garnish. I've got here a chicken stock cube and some palm sugar. Palm sugar is very hard, so just be careful when you're cutting it. You can use brown sugar or white sugar, but palm sugar is from a palm tree and is more traditional. Along with the standard chicken stock cube, you can use chicken powder if you like. Remember, some of the stock cubes and powders have MSG. So if you're asthmatic or suffer from any respiratory problems, MSG can sometimes set off a reaction, so just be careful. In here, I've got cardamom, star anise, cloves, fennel seeds, and crushed coriander. And some Szechuan pepper. Now that is not traditional Vietnamese, but I do like Szechuan pepper because it's got that beautiful stingy numbness. I'm going to use my trusty Asian cleaver and I'm going to crush the lemongrass. If you're not crushing the lemongrass, you're not using it properly. That goes in there and that will infuse. And then 1 red and 1 green chili. Just roughly chopped because we're using it for the flavour and the heat. I leave the seeds in. If you want a little less spicy, take the seeds out. Now that will come up to the boil. And then later on, I'll be garnishing using fresh mint, of course, coriander, some fresh chili, some spring onions, and some Thai basil. Now you have to remember in Vietnamese cooking, you always serve a lot of herbs and vegetables. You can serve lettuce, iceberg lettuce, perilla leaf, any of the bok choy. Well, you need to cook bok choy, but the fresh ingredients, the fresh herbs are very important because they offset. Instead of using rice, you would normally serve this with rice. I'm actually going to use an egg noodle today. So this is a very simple, boil in water for 1 minute, drain, pour cold water over it, pop it on a plate and pop this on top. Right here, now, I'm just going to turn that down a bit so it doesn't burn. I'm going to take out the onion and the garlic because I'm going to use the same pan. You've got to use something like a Dutch oven or a closed cooking pot that can go in the oven, oven safe. The good thing with these cast iron pots, is that they hold the heat quite evenly. So, take off my onion and garlic. Now, you're going to say to me, well, how are you going to fit 2 spatchcocks in there and all the sauce? Well, you've got to butterfly them, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So the spatchcock has its neck attached, leave it all in, turn it over for the breast, and you can feel the middle of the breast here. We're going to take that breastbone out. You need a good pair of kitchen scissors. So we go down the side of the breastbone, right down as far as we can go to the neck, and then on the other side, same deal. And it should be relatively simple to do. And then once you've got down to the end, you go underneath, you can either break it, cut it, and you can use this bit for soups, the stock, so if you've got a pet, they love that. Now I've got this, I'm just trying to cut that a little bit more down the middle through the bone so I can butterfly. It then becomes that. So see, butterfly, very simple. One thing to do, some white pepper, or ground pepper, and some salt to season. And then we're going to turn it face down and render. Render is always fat, skin side down first. And we do the same with this one. This is where kitchen scissors come in handy. They're used a lot in Asian cooking. We don't use kitchen scissors nearly enough in Western cooking. But they're a very good implement to have. So I'm just cutting under there. There we go. One more cut. There we go. So just through that top of the breastbone, flat, white pepper, some salt, and skin side down. So we'll render those first. You've got some leftovers here. Vegetable, chicken, any of those leftovers, throw them in a pot and you can use them for stock. The rest of the chilli, the rest of the lemongrass. If you've got animals, you can give them to the pigs or the chooks. Maybe not the chilli. So, these are really good. The cleavers are great. If you can get to an Asian shop, a few dollars in the Asian shop, and of course, good pair of chicken scissors. Don't forget, from a food safety point of view, now that I've used this for chicken, wash it. You can't use it for anything else. Try it for a new board. What I'm going to do is brown these, come back in a little minute, and I'll take you to the next step, which is the reduced marinade, and finish browning the chicken, and then into the oven, and we're almost there. I'll see you soon. Hi, here we are, back, ready to baste the spatchcock. So if you can see here that I've got all the juice there, the coconut water, the aromatics, the mandarin segments, a little bit of pomelo, lemongrass. One thing now, lift out the lemongrass. Whoops, carefully. Place to one side. So I've had the spatchcocks just gently browning here. I'm going to pour over my marinade. Now this will reduce in the oven, but later on we'll thicken it up as well. I'm going to add back in my onion and my garlic over the top. Go. And all that's left to do now is cover and bake. So again, be very careful. So I'm just going to, as I said, cover, and now oven set to about 170. For the best effect, low and slow. Low in the oven, it can be fan forced, it can be non-fan forced, electric gas, doesn't really matter. It's 170, I'm going to cook this for an hour and a half because it takes that long for the juices to infuse in the meat. You can cook it for a shorter time, an hour, but the spatchcock won't be that ready to pull apart, and we need it at the pull apart stage for when we plate up. So come back in a little while and I'll be ready to plate up. We'll take it out, break it apart, we'll have the noodles ready to plate up. Should be great. See you soon. And last part. Have a look at the spatchcock. I've taken that out of the oven. It's been in there for an hour and a half. I'm just going to lift them out gently and place them here while I reduce the sauce. The aromas coming off this, the citrus, the cloves, the star anise, just absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to place in here, that's 1 tablespoon of corn flour, just dissolved in a bit of water. And then using a balloon whisk and turning my heat up to high, you can already see that will come together very quickly and thicken the sauce. I can turn my plate off it'll have enough retained heat. And there we go. You can always see a gloss there now. So we're just giving it a little bit more body. And then it's a matter of just plating up. So I'm coming over here, I've got my noodles drained, boiled for 1 minute, a little bit of cold water over the top. And then it just breaks apart when you get it right. So a couple of pieces of spatchcock. I'm adding in some boiled quail egg, some basil, some coriander, some chopped spring onion around the side, some pomelo, and then spooning over the sauce. And here we go. A bit of the chili, some of the clove. This is a great dinner party dish. It's very easy to prepare. You'll get 4 servings out of this. And there you have it. The most fragrant and beautiful Vietnamese style spatchcock with a citrus marinade turned into a citrus sauce on some egg noodles. I hope you enjoy. Come back next time. Bye.